Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our IP class. This is our second class. Hope all are fine and all are safe. So, in previous class, we discussed about the syllabus. We discussed IP syllabus in class 11, and then we started our chapter 1 with an introduction to computer system, and we specified what a computer is, and we specified a block diagram too. We already studied this block diagram. So in today's class we are going to discuss about these components of a computer system. In these components there are many input device, output device, CPU, all are there. Let's start our class. In these components of a computer system, there are input device, output device, central processing units, and memory is there. So in this figure, we can see input device, output device, CPU, which is known as central processing unit, and there are storage device which are known as memory. So we can discuss first is what is a central processing unit. Central processing, you all know what is a CPU. In our computer, there is a CPU box. Inside that there is a microchip is there, which is known as integrated circuits. This chip or circuit is known as CPU, which is a microprocessor. By using this CPU, all the calculations or all the processing are done in the computer. This CPU is known as the brain of the computer because it will do all the operations, or by using CPU all the processing takes place. The CPU is given instructions and data through programs. By using programs, CPU can give instructions to the computer. We are giving data to the CPU, and sometimes CPU stores the data into local memory, which is called registers. In CPU, there are registers are there. By using these registers, execution takes place in our computer. Other than these registers, CPU consists of two parts. What are they? They are arithmetic and logic unit and control unit. As the name implies, arithmetic and logic unit is used for arithmetical and logical operations, and control unit is used for the overall control of the computer. So ALU and CU are the two main components of a computer. This ALU perform all the arithmetics and logic operations. What are the arithmetic operations used? Like in mathematics, we uses plus, minus, like that. Many arithmetic operations takes place inside the CPU by using ALU. And this control unit give instruction or controls using sequential instruction execution. That means control unit controls sequential instruction execution. Instruction execution means by using programs, our instructions are executed. These instructions are controlled by our control unit. So these are about CPU. So what we studied, CPU is known as central processing unit. It consists of two parts. They are LU and CU. LU uses arithmetic and logic operations, and CU for controlling over the overall the operations of a computer. Then registers also inside the computer. By using these registers, execution of program takes place. Then second part is, this is the CPU, control unit, and arithmetic logic unit are there. This part is memory, which we will discuss later. Then next is input device. As the name implies, what is an input device? We can give input the computer through this device. That means our keyboard is an input device, our mouse is an input device, scanner is an input device, the touch screen we all use our in use in our mobile phone, which is a input device. There are many other input devices like light pen. Then we are used the OCR, OMR like that. Many OMR, we are using OMR data in exams. These all are input devices. So what is the purpose of input device? By using input device, a user can give input to the user, to the computer. That means we are giving some inputs to the computer. Computer with the help of central processing unit process that inputs, and with the help of output device we will get the output. So for example, what are inputs? Suppose if we want to find sum of two numbers, that means 10 and 20, we want to add this 10 and 20, then this 10 and 20 are known as inputs. By using our keyboard, we are supplying this value 10 and 20. So keyboard also is a input device. So data can enter by using input device. We can use voice recognition. So microphone is a input device. I am now using microphone in this computer to talk with you. So this is a input device. These are the examples for some input device: keyboard, mouse, scanner, touch screen, etc. Then next is output device. What is output device? We can get the result back by the computer through this output device. That means CPU processes the instructions and an output is produced. This output is get to the user by using output device. So can you tell some example for output device? Yes, I know you all know that output devices. Through this output device, you are watching my video now. That means your mobile screen or display monitor is a output device. Speaker, by using speaker or earphone, you are hearing my voice, which is a output device. Then printer, you all are taking printouts of our notes by using this printer, and there are 3D printers, and there are many other output devices like projector, headphone, speaker, etc. So these are about output device. So we discussed input device, output device, and CPU. Then next is memory. Before that, we have to discuss memory in the components of computer system. Before that, we can discuss the evolution of computers. So evolution of computer means, as the name implies, from where computers are involved. So from starting point to end point. That means now we are using artificial intelligence, or we are using Internet of Things. These are the latest stage in our computer. So from where this computer is started, that is our question, and we will start with abacus. So you all know what an abacus is. You all studied in your mathematics paper about abacus. Abacus is used for simple calculation of maths. By using abacus, we can calculate maths. We can do mathematical operations. So in this evolution of computer, there is an architecture known as von Neumann architecture. We will study because that is the starting point of computer. We already told abacus is the starting point, but this abacus is not latest computer's starting point is von Neumann architecture, and abacus which invented 3000 years ago. That means in BC, 500 BC. This abacus is used. By using abacus, we can do mathematical operations. Then in 1642, what happened? Pascal, you all heard the name Pascal. Pascal invented a mechanical calculator known as Pascal calculator, in which only two operations are there, addition and subtraction. But if you want to multiply or division, repeated addition and subtraction takes place. You all studied in childhood that multiplication is repeated addition and division is repeated subtraction. So in Pascal, this repeated addition and repeated subtraction takes place for multiplication and division. Next invention is tabulating machine. This tabulating machine Here an advantage for tabulating machine, it can store data by using punch card. So punch card used in tabulating machine, which is the first step towards programming. That means in programming we are storing data. So this is the first step in programming, is this tabulating machine. And next is in 1945, John von Neumann invented the concept of stored program computer, which is known as EDVOC or ENIAC. This uses program in the memory, means this EDVOC and ENIAC computers were developed based on the concept of program. So this is the starting point evolved in the modern computer. So this von Neumann introduced an architecture for computer. That architecture is, we all studied the same architecture. Here we use input device, output device, this is CPU and this is memory. That the same figure itself. Central processing unit, memory, input, output. Input is given by the user, central processing do the calculation and store the data into memory. When CPU needs data, it fetch data from memory and output is given to the user. So this is von Neumann architecture, in which input device, input, output, CPU and memory unit are there. Memory unit supplies data to the CPU and it can also access the data from CPU. So this is the von Neumann architecture. This is the first generation of computer, or it consists of, this von Neumann architecture consists of CPU, input, output and memory, which is known as ENIAC or EDVOC. Then in 1947 what happened? In 1947, that is the year which we got independence, transistors are invented. This transistor use vacuum tubes. In these vacuum tubes, in the previous case, that means in EDVOC and ENIAC, vacuum tubes are used. These vacuum tubes were replaced by transistors in this 1947 evolution, that means in transistor. So what is a transistor? You all studied in your physics that transistor is a semiconductor device. By using these semiconductor materials, these transistors are created and it is developed by Bell Laboratories. And in 1970s, starting point of modern computer, in which integrated circuit, that means IC, we already told IC like that. So this IC is generated. It is a silicon chip which contains an electronic circuit. So the size from the starting, from here to from the between points, the size will decrease, means size of the computer reduces. This integrated circuits is a small chip which consists of silicon chip, and nowadays we will use VLSI, LSI. These integrated circuits are known as LSI, and then very large scale integration is developed. It is very small compared to LSI. And then after that, now we are using super large scale SLSI, super large scale integration. And now the trend becomes our artificial intelligence. We will use, by using which we will use smart watches and Internet of Things are there. We are using VR glass, augmented reality, that means AR. These all are help of the computer. So now the stage is of artificial intelligence. By using artificial intelligence, we can develop many things. So now the next stage will be in the form of artificial intelligence. Robots are used. So these are the evolution of computer from abacus to artificial intelligence. That is the evolution. So we can stop the class for now. We will discuss computer memory in next class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Study well.